it has been a year since the COVID-19 struck the world, which not only disrupted or even destroyed the lives of many, but also dealt a major blow to many charities. Today we have Ms. Isabel da Silva, the Director of Development of Orbis Macau, who is going to tell us more about the impact of the pandemic and the organization's plan for 2021. So welcome to the show, Isabel.
Hello, Pedro.
Thank you. The poor vision or the loss of vision, these kind of conditions are serious for people, even us, in a place, in a region that's affluent enough. And well, I just cannot imagine what will happen to those people in the less developed places if they actually suffer from some sort of eye health, problems. So can you tell us how does the impairment of vision exacerbate poverty in some regions in the world, and actually how Orbis is trying to help them in fighting blindness?
Well, just imagine for anyone, right? As a person, if you can't see, it's quite scary, right? But it's also very important how it will affect your life, your day-to-day life, be it from someone that is born with the condition or you have some sort of conditions that slowly develop into, serious visual impairment. But the thing is, it will affect a person by means of you will not know what's ahead of you. You cannot sort of learn as like normal anyone else, with be able to see. And certainly you will not be able to see what's around you, your family, your friends. You will not be able to see what you are doing, or you will not be able to see it clearly. Very simple. I mean, we don't have to go far to developing countries. Both you and I have to wear glasses, and if we don't wear glasses, we will not be able to work properly, right? We will not be able to read. And for these people who do not have the means to even a pair of glasses or not know what sort of conditions they have, then it will slowly develop into something even worse. A lot of cases, actually more than about half of those, it could be avoided, and visual impairment can actually be lessened, or it can be rectified if you can address it early. So what Orbis has been doing, and one of our mission is that we want to, we're first and foremost a training organization where we believe in long-term sustainable training to allow for these developing countries, their eye health professionals or volunteer healthcare givers to be able to have the ability to continue to help the people. Because a lot of the times, it does not need to progress into blindness. And our vision, Orbis vision, is to prevent and treat avoidable blindness. So that is the main and key point thing that we're aiming to do worldwide.
We know that one of the signature items, I would say, of Orbis is its plane.
Yes.
So, I mean, how, for us, of course, we have hospitals in Macau, and hospital is something that is so close to us. We can visit them anytime we want. But for people from maybe some other less developed region, a visit to hospital can mean walking for days, or even like a journey of even weeks. And so how does this flying operation room help those who are in those really remote places?
Well, the Flying Eye Hospital, it is really actually the world's first and only accredited training hospital, right? So what we do a lot of time, it's not, we use this like, we help people. They obviously, we do carry out some sort of surgeries there, but a lot of our volunteer faculties, surgeons that, will travel with the Flying Eye Hospital, and nurses and anesthesiologists, they will all sort of go with the plane to train people. They help people, they help to assess, different conditions, but more importantly, they are there to have certain programs to help teach and provide that training program that will be able to allow for them to sustain that continuation of taking care of people even after the plane is gone. So we can only go to that many places.
Sure.
For example, in 2019, we visited 5 different countries. But the thing is, with that on its own, the number of doctors, nurses, and healthcare givers that professionals that we're able to train from that, and also from, I must say, I'm very proud to say, our simulation training programs, our first ever, was also conducted in 2019.
Okay.
These allow for us to train more people through the Flying Eye Hospital. On top of that, also our cyber side, which is a telemedicine platform that we have been able to use even during the pandemic.
Okay.
I mean, we are so grateful to all the donors and to our volunteer faculties, because it's all through these years with them supporting us that we're able to develop this platform to allow us to be able to conduct trainings even and consultation work and mentoring even during the pandemic where we cannot do face-to-face trainings or travels.
Yeah. So you mentioned the pandemic. Actually, how serious the impact the pandemic is on the operation of Orbis?
Well, I think it's it's not just Orbis, right?
Yeah.
Worldwide. Travel's been halted. There's been even the Flying Eye Hospital have to be grounded since March, right? So we just have to be more innovative. And like I said just then, we are very grateful and we're very thankful that we have the cyberside platform to allow for us to continue with our work and our mission even during the pandemic. Because we've seen a massive increase in registration with our cyberside users. We started the year off with just over 16,000. By 1st of December 2020, we saw more than double that. 36,000 odd users have registered, and the usage have increased as well in terms of all the materials that have been used online. Webinars, classes with increase in those, and the participation rate has gone up as well. So it's been through that we have been able to continue with our work. But more so, we also have to adapt, right? Like everyone else. We can't travel. What do we do? We bring the training to them. So although we were going to go to different countries, for example, Zambia and places like that. However, that has to change, right? We couldn't make it. So we turned that into a virtual Flying Eye Hospital programs. And that allowed for us to reach more people, places that we couldn't go because of the pandemic. Now we are able to continue with these trainings. And more so, it allows for people to train a bit, they can do a little bit more pre-work, preparations, and the consultation work can expand a little bit more because it's not just during that certain period, even after, the trainers have left with the Flying Eye Hospital. Although normally they could do that, but during this period, because of the virtual program, more people can access these courses. So that's, dare I even say it's a plus in the sense that, what we have gained from the pandemic.
But aside from the operation, how has this pandemic affected the fundraising of the organization? Well,
this is a major economic blow to the whole world. It's a global issue. So Macau, we've been very lucky in the sense that, the government's done a great job. We are not as affected in the sense as compared to the rest of the world, a lot of countries. And so although, economically we have been affected, and of course that will tie in and roll into, how it's affect all the charities, all the NGOs with our fundraising work. But at the same time though, we still are able to continue with some of our work. For example, last year, although we have to downscale some of our fundraising work, we were not able to conduct a lot of the face-to-face meetings or any activities that revolve around meeting people face-to-face. All that have been cut down or reduced to almost nothing. But lucky for technology as well, we were able to do a lot of digital work, through digital marketing and also through social media. We were able to reach out to our donors and to potential donors. Also with new partners, like Macau Cable TV, if I may say that, they've helped us to reach more people and to still pass on our messages. We have been able to work with new partners like the STEAM Lab, the Macau Association of Promotions of Science and Technologies, that helped us to go into more schools but that was the later part of the year, of course. But the Macau Science Center, they have supported us with our first Action for Sight exhibition, which also allowed for us to reach more people. So, it's just finding different ways, new partners to work with to help reach more people in Macau, because it has been a very challenging year for everyone, but not just for fundraising, but even with our advocacy work, because we can't go into schools, right, like we could in the past. So there are different ways of trying to look at how we can do better. And I think 2021 is going to be another year that's going to test, how we're going to work on those.
So actually, it seems that the COVID-19 pandemic is pushing a transformation in terms of the operation to bring it to more to the online side, to somehow and even somehow opening the organization to more audiences. Can we say that?
Definitely, because like for example, with our annual raffles event, last year we started with e-raffles. Okay, it's partially e-raffles, and because we still have donors who prefer the more traditional physical raffle tickets, but that has made it a bit easier to reach out to more people as well. So also with the electronic draw, that made it a bit easier as well. So all in all, with technology and it allowed for us. It also encourages and pushes to look at different ways to conduct our normal sort of fundraising campaigns or our promotional campaigns. So yeah.
But in the very beginning, maybe in the first part of last year, how was the atmosphere actually? That is out of my own curiosity. But how was the atmosphere in your office? Did you and your colleague actually have to go through a period when you guys really have to brainstorm and come up with something,
Well, I must say, initially, especially in February when we have to go into lockdown, right, Macau, we went into lockdown for about 2 weeks or so. But like I said, we've been very lucky because with the measures that have been taken by the government, we've been quite safe, Macau. So initially, I think like the rest of the world, we were all sort of in disbelief, right? And we didn't really think that it was going to last this long. I don't think anyone ever imagined that it's going to last this long. But, and we thought, it's serious. It's, we have to go into lockdown, casino has to close, and that's never happened, right, before. So we took that chance and we thought, we need to look at how we're going to carry on because things will not stop, right? The need for help is still there. Our work is still, going to have to continue. Yeah. So we were looking at, how we're going to continue with our campaigns because we do have some regular campaigns that we carry out. Obviously, a lot of work will have to be cut down and we have to reassess the whole situation. However, one thing was very clear. Even though we're going to have to downscale a lot and downsize a lot of our work, we cannot stop because the need for help is there. And we can't just stop because of what's happening. So we know that we're going to have to be more creative, and we need to look at different ways of working. Yeah.
Are you kind of, I would say, inspired by how actually, your team has managed to, despite all these adverse scenarios, your team still managed to do this work to survive 2020?
I have to say, I am really appreciative and proud of the team because our office is a very small office. Actually, last year, first half of the year, there was only 4 of us. So there's a lot of work that's being done, and also all the regular sort of operations and work that we have to do. So I'm very, very proud of the team. They've done a great job. They've hung in there. It's not been easy. It's been tough for everyone. It's not just because of the fundraising work that we do, but I think for everyone as well in Macau and around the world, it's been very challenging because it tests how we are as a person, because it's something that none of us have really been through.
Yeah.
It's unprecedented, experience for everyone concerned, and it's draining. And so we have to encourage each other, and we have to try to stay positive. Uh-huh. It's not just because of Orbis, but we do have a very strong team, our head office, the rest of our other offices. We encourage each other. We have our monthly meetings, and we, ask about each other, and we encourage each other, motivate each other. It's not been easy, and I know that 2021, it's gonna be challenging, but we have the experience from 2020, and I think for Orbis and for the rest of the people in Macau and the rest of the world, we have learned from 2020, and we're going to come out stronger.
So we survived 2020, and we're now finally in 2021. What will be Orbis' plan to help more people?
Okay, the thing is, things haven't really, we survived it because it's something very different. We survived it, thank goodness. But it's something that we have learned and we can things have not really changed too much yet. There's still restrictions with traveling, so which means from our perspective, our flying eye hospital will not be taking off soon. That's why we will be continuing with our virtual flying eye hospital programs. That's why we will be strengthening and developing further our cyber site, so that more people can access and make use of the training that we offer there. Key point is that we want to be able to sustain the long-term training for everyone, so that the help that people need to prevent and to treat avoidable blindness will be there, available to all of them.
So we are, while we are all talking about helping other people to fight blindness, we ourselves also kind of suffer from some eye issues too. So how important actually it is for the public to be aware of the importance of eye health?
Okay, especially since 2020, but then all these years, with the development of our technology, all of us been using more digital devices, right? But even, with our regular reading, for those that like to read a physical book, or when we have to work, it's very important to remember, the 20-20-20 rules, and that's after 20 minutes of working, be it on your digital devices or for entertainment, or if you're working on, reading or paperwork, then you should look away for 20 seconds, approximately 20 meters afar, just to relax your eyes. But the thing is, it's very important to actually maintain a healthy lifestyle. Have a balanced diet, exercise regularly. I mean, when we say exercise, you could be just going out for a walk. I mean, it's just to give your eyes the chance to be looking at something apart from something close up, to relax it, to lessen the strain. Look somewhere green, go spend time with family, And I think another very important thing is, and we have actually found out from last year with our Action for Sight online informational quiz, the What is Glaucoma survey, that it turned out actually about 74% of Macau population they have not had an eye check in a year.
Okay.
So it does highlight the fact that many people sort of do not realize how important it is to regularly check your eyes. Why? Because the earlier you detect and to be able to diagnose an issue, a condition, then sooner you're able to treat it, and you'll be able to manage and control the condition, right?
Yeah.
So, but the thing is, people should understand and realize if you regularly go and check your eyes, then you will know how it's developing, what's happening. And if there's something, if you feel discomfort or whatever, then you should go and check it out. Don't self-medicate. It's very important. So we've, found out from the online informational quiz that we do need to remind the Macau community of this. Have your eyes checked, just rest well, rest enough, have a healthy diet, have a sort of balanced lifestyle, then that will help. And definitely, last but not least, do not read in the dark, do not work in the dark, have sufficient lighting. Yeah.
Do you think that people are caring more about their eyes in general?
I would say that in general, people are taking more sort of care of their health overall.
Okay.
But then people often sort of not realize how important it is to take care of your eyes because, we take it for granted that we can see.
Yeah.
Right? So that's also one of the very important sort of priority for us is to do advocacy work in terms of eye care and eye health, because we need to remind the community and ourselves to take good care of our eyes, because once you lose your vision, or if your vision has been impaired, then sometimes you can't sort of revert it. So it's better to take care of it to avoid any issues, and so that you can be able to enjoy and see your family and enjoy what you like to do and see the world around you, right?
Yeah, indeed. And the last thing is that, because from time to time you will have students.
Yes.
Engaging, your group will be engaging with students. And we had done some reports previously about how we are seeing more students with glasses nowadays. That is not really a good trend that we would like to see, right?
Well, the thing is, with studying, that's always been going on with television. As you look through the generation, right, the eyesight's been slowly deteriorating, I guess, in the sense that I said deteriorate, but in the sense that, more and more people are wearing glasses. You and I are both wearing glasses, and that's because, I think there are many reasons due to the fact that people are needing to wear more glasses. Maybe because nowadays we're able to detect the need for wearing glasses because of technology, of what's available. But also because, let's face it, we're using more digital devices as well. So that's why it's important to remember to take a break, and to exercise, to not just let, your life revolve around digital devices, be it the computer, be it your phone, television. It's good to be able to go out, go for walks. It's good for your health as well, and also to mingle and to spend time with friends and family, apart from just looking into something like, close up.
Indeed. Thank you very much for your time today, Isabel.
No, thank you.
And that's all for today's talk show. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.